Welcome to Garden Bound. Summer is just starting, but fall is right around the corner. Fall is an excellent season for planting, offering cooler temperatures, more consistent rainfall, and fewer pests. In this video, we'll explore the many benefits of fall gardening and guide you through what to plant and how to care for your garden during this season. Whether you're aiming to extend your harvest, enhance your garden's health, or simply enjoy a new gardening challenge, we've got you covered with tips and tricks backed by data and research. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts and questions in the comments below. Let's get started on creating a thriving fall garden. Fall gardening offers a host of benefits that can significantly enhance the productivity and health of your garden. One of the primary advantages is the cooler temperatures. Plants often thrive in the milder weather of autumn, experiencing less stress than during the peak summer heat. This can lead to more vigorous growth and higher yields, particularly for cool season crops like kale, spinach, and broccoli. Moreover, the reduction in heat also means less evaporation, allowing soil to retain moisture more effectively. According to the University of California Agriculture and Natural Resources, fall gardening can reduce water usage by up to 30% compared to summer gardening. Another significant benefit is the more consistent rainfall. Fall typically brings more regular precipitation, which can reduce the need for supplemental watering and help maintain consistent soil moisture levels. This is particularly advantageous for newly planted seeds and transplants, which require steady moisture to establish robust root systems. Additionally, the cooler, wetter conditions can deter some common garden pests that thrive in warmer, drier climates. For example, the University of New Hampshire Cooperative Extension notes that pests like aphids and spider mites are less prevalent in fall gardens, reducing the need for chemical interventions. Fall gardening also provides an opportunity to extend your growing season. Many cool season crops are frost tolerant and can continue to produce even after the first light frosts. Root vegetables like carrots, beets, and turnips, as well as leafy greens like lettuce and chard, often improve in flavor after exposure to a bit of frost. The sugar content in these vegetables increases as a defense mechanism against the cold, resulting in sweeter and more flavorful produce. This phenomenon is well documented by the Penn State Extension, which highlights how fall harvested crops can offer superior taste and quality. Furthermore, fall is an ideal time for soil improvement and preparation for the next growing season. As summer crops are harvested and garden beds become vacant, adding organic matter such as compost or cover crops can enhance soil fertility and structure. Cover crops like clover, rye, and vetch are particularly beneficial as they add organic matter, fix nitrogen, and improve soil aeration when turned into the soil in spring. According to the Sustainable Agriculture Research and Education, or SARE program, cover cropping can increase soil organic matter by up to 1% per year, which significantly boosts soil health over time. In summary, fall gardening not only leverages favorable weather conditions to promote plant health and yield, but also aids in pest management, extends the growing season, and enhances soil quality for future gardening endeavors. By taking advantage of these benefits, gardeners can enjoy a productive and sustainable gardening experience well into the cooler months. When planning your fall garden, selecting the right crops is crucial for a successful harvest. Cool season vegetables are the stars of fall gardening, as they thrive in the milder temperatures and shorter daylight hours. Root vegetables like carrots, beets, and turnips are excellent choices. These hardy crops can withstand light frosts and often become sweeter as the temperatures drop. According to the University of Minnesota Extension, carrots planted in late summer and harvested in fall tend to have higher sugar content, enhancing their flavor. Leafy greens are another essential component of a fall garden. Spinach, kale, lettuce, and Swiss chard are particularly well suited to cooler weather. These greens not only grow rapidly in the fall, but also maintain their nutritional value and taste better when grown in cooler conditions. For instance, spinach can be sown directly into the ground in late summer and will produce fresh leaves throughout the fall. The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension highlights that spinach and kale can survive temperatures as low as 20 degrees Fahrenheit, making them ideal for fall and early winter harvests. Brassicas, such as broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts, are also excellent choices for fall planting. These vegetables prefer cooler temperatures and can produce high yields before winter sets in. Broccoli, for example, should be planted about 10 to 12 weeks before the first expected frost. It will thrive in the cooler fall climate and can be harvested when the heads are fully developed. Research from the University of Maryland Extension suggests that fall harvested broccoli often has better texture and flavor compared to those grown in the spring. Legumes, including peas and fava beans, are great for fall planting as well. These plants enrich the soil with nitrogen, benefiting subsequent crops planted in the same space. Peas can be planted in late summer and will grow quickly in the fall's cooler weather. They typically reach maturity in 60 to 70 days, making them perfect for an autumn harvest. Additionally, the Oregon State University Extension notes that fava beans are particularly cold hardy and can continue to grow even in temperatures just above freezing. Garlic is another fantastic addition to your fall garden. Planting garlic in the fall allows it to establish roots before winter, leading to larger bulbs at harvest time in the late spring or early summer. According to the University of Vermont Extension, garlic should be planted about 6 weeks before the ground freezes. Varieties like hardneck garlic are especially well suited to cooler climates and can tolerate harsh winter conditions. Incorporating herbs into your fall garden can also be beneficial. Herbs such as parsley, cilantro, and chives thrive in cooler temperatures and can be harvested well into the fall. These herbs not only add fresh flavors to your fall dishes, but also continue to grow until the first hard frost. Preparing your garden for fall planting is crucial to ensure a bountiful harvest and maintain soil health. The first step is to clear out any summer crops that have finished producing. Remove all spent plants, weeds, and debris to reduce the risk of pests and diseases. According to the University of New Hampshire Extension, clearing old plant material prevents overwintering pests and diseases from affecting your new crops. Next, assess your soil's condition. Fall is an excellent time to amend your soil because the cooler temperatures reduce evaporation, allowing soil amendments to be more effective. Start by testing your soil's pH and nutrient levels. The University of Massachusetts Amherst recommends conducting a soil test to determine if your soil is deficient in any nutrients. Based on the results, add compost or well-rotted manure to improve soil structure, fertility, and moisture retention. Compost not only provides essential nutrients, but also enhances soil aeration and water holding capacity, which are crucial for fall crops. Incorporating organic matter into the soil is another critical step. Adding a 2-3 inch layer of organic material such as compost, leaf mold, or aged manure, and tilling it into the top 6. 8 inches of soil can significantly improve soil health. This process helps build a robust soil ecosystem by encouraging beneficial microorganisms. A study by Cornell University found that adding organic matter increases the soil's ability to retain moisture and improves nutrient availability, both essential for the growth of fall crops. Another essential aspect of preparing your garden for fall planting is mulching. Apply a thick layer of mulch, such as straw, wood chips, or shredded leaves, to retain soil moisture, suppress weeds, and moderate soil temperature. The Penn State Extension suggests that mulching helps protect young plants from temperature fluctuations and reduces weed competition, allowing fall crops to establish more easily. Consider incorporating cover crops into your fall garden preparation. Cover crops, such as clover, vetch, and rye, are planted to cover the soil rather than for harvest. These crops provide numerous benefits, including improving soil structure, preventing erosion, and adding organic matter. For example, clover fixes nitrogen in the soil, enhancing fertility for subsequent plantings. The Sustainable Agriculture Research and Education (SARE) program highlights that cover crops can also break up compacted soil and improve water infiltration, making them a valuable tool for fall garden preparation. Water management is another critical factor in fall garden preparation. Ensure your garden has adequate irrigation, as consistent moisture is vital for germinating seeds and establishing young plants. Drip irrigation or soaker hoses are efficient methods to deliver water directly to the root zone, minimizing evaporation and ensuring that your fall crops receive the moisture they need to thrive. Lastly, plan your garden layout for fall planting. Rotate crops to prevent soil depletion and reduce pest and disease buildup. For instance, follow heavy feeders like tomatoes with nitrogen-fixing legumes such as peas or beans. The University of Illinois Extension advises rotating crops to maintain soil health and productivity. By thoroughly preparing your garden for fall planting, you create an environment that supports healthy plant growth and maximizes your chances of a successful harvest. Clearing spent crops, amending and testing soil, mulching, incorporating cover crops, managing water effectively, and planning crop rotation are all vital steps to ensure your fall garden thrives. Fall planting techniques are essential for ensuring that your garden thrives as temperatures drop. One of the most crucial aspects of successful fall planting is timing. Planting too early or too late can impact germination and growth. The key is to plant when the soil is still warm enough to promote root development, but early enough for plants to establish before the first frost. For example, according to the Old Farmer's Almanac, most fall vegetables should be planted 8 weeks before the first expected frost date in your region. This allows enough time for crops to mature before the cold sets in. Choosing the right plants for fall is another important consideration. Cold-hardy vegetables such as kale, spinach, and Brussels sprouts are excellent choices because they can withstand frosty conditions and even taste sweeter after a light frost. The University of California Agriculture and Natural Resources notes that these crops have adapted to cooler temperatures and can continue to grow when many other plants have stopped. Root vegetables like carrots, beets, and radishes also thrive in the cooler weather, as the cold helps to develop their flavors and textures. Planting depth and spacing are critical factors to ensure optimal growth. Most fall crops benefit from being planted slightly deeper than in spring, as this helps protect the seeds from temperature fluctuations and conserves moisture. For example, University of Illinois Extension suggests planting seeds like carrots and beets 1/4 to 1 2-inch deep, and spacing them according to the recommendations on the seed packet. Proper spacing ensures that plants have enough room to grow and access nutrients, reducing competition and stress. Mulching is a vital technique in fall planting. Applying a thick layer of mulch, such as straw, leaves, or grass clippings, helps to insulate the soil, retain moisture, and suppress weeds. According to the Penn State Extension, mulch acts as a protective barrier, moderating soil temperatures and providing a stable environment for root development. Mulch also reduces the frequency of watering, which is particularly beneficial in the fall when rain is less predictable. Using row covers or cloches can extend the growing season and protect plants from early frosts. Row covers are lightweight fabrics that trap heat and provide a barrier against cold winds, pests, and frost. The North Carolina Cooperative Extension highlights that row covers can increase the temperature around plants by several degrees, allowing gardeners to extend the growing season by several weeks. Cloches, which are bell-shaped covers made of glass or plastic, serve a similar purpose but are used for individual plants or small groups. These protective measures help maintain warmer temperatures and reduce the risk of frost damage. Succession planting is a technique that involves planting crops in intervals to ensure a continuous harvest throughout the fall. For example, planting lettuce or radishes every 2 weeks can provide a steady supply of fresh produce. The University of Minnesota Extension recommends this practice to maximize garden productivity and ensure that you always have crops ready to harvest. Watering techniques are also crucial in fall gardening. While the weather is cooler, maintaining consistent moisture levels is still important. Watering early in the day allows plants to absorb moisture before temperatures drop at night, reducing the risk of fungal diseases. Additionally, using drip irrigation or soaker hoses can efficiently deliver water directly to the root zone, minimizing evaporation and ensuring that plants receive adequate moisture. Finally, soil amendments such as compost and organic fertilizers can boost soil fertility and support plant health. Adding compost before planting enriches the soil with nutrients and improves its structure, promoting robust root development. According to Cornell University, organic matter enhances soil moisture retention and provides a steady release of nutrients, essential for the growth of fall crops. By incorporating these fall planting techniques, timing, selecting cold-hardy crops, proper planting depth and spacing, mulching using row covers, succession planting, efficient watering, and soil amendments, you can create an optimal environment for your fall garden. Caring for your fall garden involves several essential practices to ensure your plants thrive throughout the season and are well prepared for the winter months. One of the primary tasks in maintaining a fall garden is consistent watering. Although temperatures are cooler, plants still require adequate moisture to grow and produce. It's important to water deeply and less frequently to encourage deep root growth. According to the University of California Agriculture and Natural Resources, watering early in the day reduces the risk of fungal diseases by allowing foliage to dry before nightfall. Utilizing drip irrigation or soaker hoses can efficiently deliver water directly to the plant roots, minimizing evaporation and ensuring that moisture reaches where it is most needed. Mulching remains a critical practice in fall garden care. Applying a thick layer of organic mulch, such as straw, leaves, or wood chips, helps insulate the soil, retain moisture, and suppress weed growth. Mulch also protects plant roots from temperature fluctuations and provides a buffer against early frosts. The Penn State Extension suggests maintaining a mulch depth of 2 to 4 inches to optimize these benefits. Additionally, as the mulch breaks down, it adds valuable organic matter to the soil, enhancing its fertility and structure. Pest and disease management is another vital aspect of caring for your fall garden. Cooler temperatures can reduce the prevalence of some pests, but others, like slugs and snails, may become more active. Regularly inspecting your garden for signs of pests and diseases allows for early intervention. The North Carolina Cooperative Extension recommends using organic pest control methods, such as neem oil, insecticidal soap, and hand-picking pests to minimize damage. Maintaining good garden hygiene, such as removing diseased plant material and keeping the garden clean, also helps prevent the spread of diseases. Fertilization is important to support plant growth and productivity during the fall. Using a balanced, slow-release organic fertilizer provides essential nutrients that sustain plants over time. According to the University of Minnesota Extension, fall vegetables like leafy greens and root crops benefit from nitrogen-rich fertilizers, which promote healthy leaf and root development. Compost can also be used as a top dressing to enrich the soil with nutrients and improve its structure. Pruning and deadheading are crucial for maintaining the health and appearance of your fall garden. Removing dead or diseased foliage helps prevent the spread of pathogens and encourages new growth. For example, deadheading flowers like mums and pansies promotes continuous blooming by preventing the plant from expending energy on seed production. The University of Illinois Extension advises regular pruning of herbs and vegetables to encourage bushier growth and increase yields. Another key aspect of fall garden care is preparing for potential frost. Monitoring weather forecasts and being ready to protect your plants from frost can prevent damage and extend the growing season. Using row covers, cloche, or frost blankets can shield plants from sudden temperature drops. The Colorado State University Extension suggests covering plants in the evening and removing the covers during the day to prevent overheating and allow for air circulation. Finally, maintaining garden tools and infrastructure is essential for efficient garden care. Cleaning and sharpening tools ensure they are effective and reduce the risk of spreading diseases. Additionally, inspecting and repairing garden structures like trellises, fences, and irrigation systems in the fall prepares them for use in the following growing season. We hope you found this fall gardening guide helpful and inspiring. By taking advantage of the benefits of fall gardening, selecting the right plants, preparing your garden thoroughly, and employing effective planting techniques, you can enjoy a vibrant and productive garden well into the cooler months. Remember, consistent care and attention to detail will ensure your plants thrive and are ready to face the winter ahead. Feel free to drop your own fall gardening tips down in the comments below, and until next time, happy gardening.